No want is more powerful than the desire to be loved, celebrated, and appreciated. And Cardi B just got the kind of surprise that turned the entire internet upside down. Imagine this: a truck, yes, a literal truck, overflowing with bright, velvety red roses, pulling up in front of Cardi B after one of the biggest milestones of her career. But this wasn't a fan gesture. This wasn't a record label stunt. This was from none other than her boyfriend, Stefon Diggs. And the moment it happened, people couldn't stop talking. Fans, blogs, and celebrities alike rushed to comment. Cardi B deserves to smile after everything she's been through. But hold on, because you're going to want to wait and watch this clip until the end to see exactly what went down, and why this surprise was more than just flowers. It was a symbol of survival, love. The timing couldn't have been more perfect. Cardi had just dropped her new album, a project filled with pain, resilience, and power. For months, fans speculated about whether Cardi would even deliver this album after all the heartbreak, public drama, and setbacks she faced with her estranged husband, Offset. But not only did she deliver, she came back with fire. Every track hit the charts, every lyric resonated. It was raw, it was authentic, and it was Cardi at her absolute best. And then, just as people were still reeling from the music, Stefon made his move. The truck rolled up like a scene straight out of a movie. And when Cardi saw it, her reaction said it all. Her eyes widened, her hand went to her mouth, and she almost couldn't believe it. Dozens upon dozens of bouquets of red roses spilled out of the back, a river of love cascading toward her feet. Stefon didn't just send flowers. He created a statement. He wanted the whole world to know. He was proud of her. He was standing beside her. And most importantly, he saw her worth. Not as just a star, but as a woman who had fought to smile again. The words Stefon shared made the moment even more powerful. "I am proud of you holding on and working hard. You deserve all the flowers of my heart." Those words echoed across social media, screenshotted, reposted, and shared in fan groups. They weren't flashy. They weren't overly dramatic. They were sincere. And sincerity is something Cardi hasn't always been given in her public relationships. That's why this moment hit so differently for her fans. They saw it as more than just a gesture. They saw it as healing. Because let's not forget, Cardi B has endured more than her fair share of heartbreak. The public knows all about her rocky marriage to Offset, the betrayal, the rumors, and the endless back-and-forth drama. Fans watched her cry. They watched her fight. They watched her put her family first even when the world turned against her. For many, Cardi's life has been an open diary of struggle and survival. That's why seeing her finally smile, finally glow, and finally be showered with love, it struck a chord. And let's talk about that fan reaction for a second, because the internet went wild. One fan wrote, "Cardi has been through so much. She deserves this happiness. She deserves to feel loved." Another added, "This isn't just roses. This is respect. This is loyalty." Some even said, "Stefon Diggs just raised the bar for every man in the game. Offset could never." The comparison was inevitable, and fans weren't shy about it. But it wasn't just about Offset. It was about Cardi reclaiming her narrative. For so long, her name was tied to headlines of scandal, drama, and heartbreak. Now her name was trending for something positive, for joy, for success, for romance. That's why Stefon's gesture hit on such a deep level. It symbolized change. It symbolized the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. Industry insiders have also chimed in. Some have said Stefon's move wasn't just about love. It was also about making a public statement. In the world of celebrity culture, grand gestures are rarely private. They're meant to be seen, to be talked about, to shift the narrative. And let's be real, it worked. Suddenly, the conversation wasn't about Cardi's past mistakes or Offset's betrayals. It was about her future. It was about her music, her resilience, and her newfound happiness. Still, some skeptics are raising eyebrows. Was this too much too soon? Was Stefon trying to overshadow Cardi's album drop with his grand romantic gesture? Or was this simply love at its purest form, delivered in a truck filled with roses? The debate continues online, but one thing is certain. Cardi looked happier than she's looked in years. And that smile, that genuine, glowing smile, told a story words couldn't capture. The reaction didn't stop at social media comments. Fans began dissecting every second of the video clip Cardi posted showing Stefon pulling the truck up. Every movement, every glance, every word he said was replayed, slowed down, and analyzed. And Cardi, true to her authentic self, didn't hold back. She captured her raw reaction, showing that this wasn't some scripted moment. This was real life. This was love in motion. Her fans couldn't get enough, and clips went viral almost instantly. People were talking not only about the roses, but about the energy between the two of them, the way Stefon's pride and admiration for Cardi practically radiated through the screen. It wasn't just about showing off wealth or making a public spectacle, though, as some would assume. This gesture had layers. Fans noticed that Stefon's words carried a deeper weight. "I am proud of you holding on and working hard," he said. And those words struck a chord with anyone who had followed Cardi's journey. From dealing with public scrutiny, navigating a tumultuous relationship with her ex-husband, Offset, to keeping her family together, Cardi has been a model of perseverance. Stefon's acknowledgement of her dedication and resilience symbolized the kind of partnership many had speculated she deserved, but few thought she would actually get. And yet, here it was. A man openly honoring her work ethic and her heart. What made this moment even more significant is how Cardi responded. While the roses alone could have been enough, her reactions and her words added another layer of emotion. She held back tears, laughed through the joy, and embraced Stefon in front of the cameras. This wasn't just about romantic validation, it was about affirmation. Cardi has always been an open book, sharing her highs and lows with the world. And now, after years of public heartbreak, the world got to witness her genuine happiness, a rare moment of unfiltered joy. Fans didn't just celebrate the gesture, they celebrated her healing. And let's not forget the timing. Right after the release of her album, which is filled with tracks that peel back the layers of her personal life. The juxtaposition of the album's raw, vulnerable moments with Stefon's extravagant show of support created a narrative arc that fans couldn't stop discussing. On one hand, you have Cardi revealing her emotional and creative struggles through her music, and on the other, you have Stefon offering a tangible public reminder that she is appreciated and loved. This combination created a media frenzy, with headlines calling it one of the most romantic gestures in celebrity history, while simultaneously reinforcing Cardi's comeback narrative. In addition, industry insiders noted how rare this kind of public display is in the age of social media. Many celebrity relationships exist behind closed doors, and fans are left piecing together gossip and rumors. But Cardi and Stefon chose transparency. By letting fans witness this moment, they allowed the audience to see the genuine support, the chemistry, and the admiration. It wasn't just a PR stunt. It was a story about recovery, partnership, and celebrating milestones with those who truly see your worth. Fans immediately began drawing comparisons. The internet exploded with commentary about how this gesture contrasted with Cardi's past relationship dynamics, particularly with Offset. Some fans cheekily remarked, "Offset could never," while others noted how the transparency and sincerity here was a lesson in how love should be publicly supported without games. The roses, the heartfelt words, the laughter, and the visible emotional reaction created a moment that fans described as iconic, heartwarming, and healing for the soul. But not everyone was convinced. Social media debates started bubbling about whether these grand gestures are truly about love or if they're carefully calculated for media coverage. Some fans speculated, "It's too perfect, too cinematic. Maybe it's for the gram." However, the authenticity of Cardi's visible emotions largely quelled these doubts. Even critics couldn't ignore the joy radiating from her expression, proving that regardless of motive, the moment had a genuine emotional impact. As the day went on, fan-made compilations, slow-motion edits, and reaction videos multiplied. Every angle of Cardi's surprised face, every camera shot of the overflowing truck, every snippet of Stefon's proud commentary became content gold. Social media feeds were flooded with discussions not just about the gesture itself, but also about what it symbolized. A turning point for Cardi, an affirmation that love and hard work can coexist, and a reassurance to fans that she's finally in a place of emotional stability. Fans couldn't stop talking about the symbolism behind the roses either. Red has always been a color of passion, love, and respect. Stefon didn't just send a simple bouquet, he sent a truck full of roses, a statement that resonated with every fan watching. The gesture wasn't just romantic, it was almost ceremonial. It was a visual narrative that spoke to Cardi's journey, her struggles, her triumphs, and now the happiness she's earned. Memes started circulating instantly, some playful, some emotional, all pointing to the fact that Cardi has truly leveled up in her personal life. The emotional reaction didn't just stay in the comments section. Viewers immediately noted Cardi's tears, her laughter, and the way she covered her mouth in shock. Her reaction was so genuine that many claimed it was rare to see a celebrity fully let themselves experience joy in public. The internet, of course, erupted, with fans sharing split-screen comparisons to moments from her past that were more painful, like her turbulent relationship with Offset and the constant public scrutiny she endured. In these moments, fans felt as if they were witnessing a rebirth. Cardi B, fully embracing love again, unafraid to show her emotions. Stefon's words, "I am proud of you holding on and working hard," were dissected by fans and media alike. People began connecting the statement not only to Cardi's career accomplishments, but to her personal resilience. From navigating motherhood, balancing her career, dealing with public scandals, to healing from heartbreak, Cardi has endured a tremendous amount of pressure. Stefon's acknowledgement amplified the narrative that she is worthy of praise, not just for her talent, but for her perseverance and determination to keep going despite the odds. Fans argued that this gesture humanized the relationship, showing that even celebrities need support and affirmation in their lives. The timing of the roses also drew attention. Cardi's new album had just dropped, and her Little Miss Drama tour was about to kick off. Fans speculated that the roses were a subtle way of celebrating her professional success, as well as her personal happiness. Stefon's support seemed to bridge the gap between her personal life and career, creating a synergy that fans rarely get to see. It wasn't just about flowers. It was about validating her hard work, dedication, and the emotional resilience she has shown in the public eye. Every detail, from the timing to the size of the display, contributed to the drama and spectacle. Meanwhile, celebrity observers and gossip accounts began weighing in. Analysts discussed how this level of public support might influence perceptions of Cardi's brand. Some predicted a spike in album sales, noting that fans are more invested when they see an artist's personal life intertwined with their professional journey. Others speculated that Stefon's gesture would create a ripple effect in celebrity culture, encouraging other public figures to openly support their partners in highly visible ways. Cardi B, they argued, wasn't just making headlines for her music. She was setting a new standard for authenticity in celebrity relationships. Fans themselves were overjoyed. Across platforms, the comments ranged from heartfelt congratulations to playful humor. Many noted how different this was from Cardi's past, particularly her relationship with Offset. Some said that while Offset often seemed detached or aloof, Stefon's actions spoke volumes about his emotional intelligence and commitment. Others highlighted how the moment represented a broader narrative, Cardi finally being able to trust and love openly again, without the shadows of past heartbreak hanging over her. Social media exploded with messages of encouragement and celebration. Critics, of course, had their say too. A few suggested that such a grand gesture could be construed as performative, questioning whether the roses were intended more for the cameras than for Cardi herself. However, the consensus quickly shifted when Cardi's unfiltered reactions were shared. Her surprise, her laughter, and her tears proved that regardless of intent, the moment was heartfelt and emotionally impactful. The authenticity of her reaction countered any skepticism, solidifying the narrative of genuine admiration and support from Stefon. The sheer spectacle of the moment also highlighted a generational shift in how celebrity relationships are portrayed. Gone are the days when private gestures remained private. Today, fans crave transparency, emotional honesty, and relatability. By allowing cameras to capture the moment, Cardi and Stefon catered to this desire while also controlling the narrative. Fans appreciated the balance between vulnerability and celebration, noting that the roses weren't just a grandiose display. They were a message about care, respect, and recognition. As the day unfolded, fan-made edits and slow-motion compilations began circulating. Every reaction, from Cardi's hands covering her face to Stefon's proud smile, became content gold. The videos were dissected, shared, and commented on, turning a personal romantic moment into a global conversation about love, resilience, and the rewards of perseverance. For many, it was inspiring, proof that even amidst public scrutiny and personal hardship, moments of joy and recognition are possible. And now, the question on everyone's mind. What's next for Cardi and Stefon? Will we see more public displays of support? Will these moments influence Cardi's music or public persona? Fans are on the edge of their seats, eagerly waiting for the next chapter. Stick around, because in the next batch, we'll break down how this romantic gesture aligns with Cardi's personal growth, her journey through heartbreak, and what it means for her upcoming album and tour. The attention this moment received on social media was unlike anything else Cardi had experienced in recent months. Fans flooded platforms with hashtags celebrating love, resilience, and new beginnings. Cardi and Stefon Love, Roses of Heart and Die Little Miss Drama Tour trended within hours, showing that the public was invested not just in the music, but in the personal stories behind it. Every post, comment, and video reinforced the idea that Cardi's narrative has evolved, from heartbreak and struggle to empowerment and joy. Fans expressed that they felt included in this chapter of her life, as if they were witnessing a real human story unfold in real time. Stefon's gesture also sparked a broader discussion about emotional labor and support in high-profile relationships. Fans and commentators alike noted that being a celebrity comes with immense pressures, and having a partner who actively uplifts and celebrates your efforts is invaluable. Stefon didn't just deliver roses, he symbolically acknowledged the effort Cardi puts into every aspect of her life, from motherhood to music. This moment resonated with fans because it showcased what many relationships in the public eye often lack: overt, visible, and heartfelt support. Some media outlets connected the roses to Cardi's recent interviews, where she spoke candidly about her struggles, heartbreaks, and the challenges of balancing career and family. By sending the flowers, Stefon seemed to publicly acknowledge her journey and her emotional strength. The gesture became more than romantic. It was an affirmation of everything Cardi had accomplished, despite the challenges life threw at her. Fans interpreted it as a reminder that success is not only about talent, but about resilience, perseverance, and having the right support system. Meanwhile, memes and reaction videos exploded online. Some captured the humor in the situation, like Stefon's effort to outdo any past romantic gestures in celebrity culture, while others were more emotional, focusing on Cardi's tearful reactions. The combination of grandeur and intimacy captured the attention of both fans and casual observers. Everyone wanted to dissect the moment, from the arrangement of roses to the expression on Cardi's face. Social media analysts speculated that this could lead to an uptick in engagement with Cardi's album, as fans felt more personally connected to her life and artistry. The romantic act also highlighted the contrast between Cardi's past and present. Fans couldn't help but compare this moment to her history with Offset. While her previous relationship was often turbulent and marked by public disputes, her relationship with Stefon appears to offer stability and admiration. Many fans expressed relief that Cardi was finally able to experience love without drama, overshadowing her personal happiness. The roses became a metaphor for that shift, publicly visible yet deeply meaningful, representing joy, healing, and forward momentum. Music industry insiders began weighing in, noting that public gestures of affection can subtly boost an artist's visibility. By tying the moment to Cardi's album release and upcoming tour, Stefon's flowers became part of a broader media narrative. The strategic timing was evident. Just as fans were engaging with her latest work, the gesture reinforced her personal story and humanized the artist behind the music. This blend of professional and personal storytelling captivated audiences, who often crave this duality in celebrity content. Fans also speculated about future collaborations or public appearances that could stem from this show of support. Some suggested that Stefon might accompany Cardi on parts of her Little Miss Drama tour,